reporting live from the floor of the New York Stock Exchange today, where we saw a debut of Pandora. It jumped some 25% in those first few trades here at the very first day as a publicly traded company, ticker P here. This internet music company trading up now, I'm told, 43%. We're looking at, what, $22.99 a share. I'm joined right now by the chairman and CEO of that company, Joseph Kennedy. Congratulations on the debut today. Was this the kind of reception you were expecting?
I didn't have expectations. Again, I think we've learned the market will set the price, and so we're just excited to have this step forward and that much more excited about the future ahead of us.
And yet, you had inched up just within the past few days the size of the offering, the price you were coming to market with. Was that initial demand, how much had you been expecting versus the kind of demand that you were seeing?
Well, you go through the process and you tell the story to investors, and they ultimately set the price. And through the process, and I think investor demand increased, and investors ended up, setting the price for the IPO.
It's a striking standout as we were just going through the jump that your stock had today, what is otherwise a down market, and there are few companies right now that can generate this kind of excitement. But the questions that skeptics have is, how are you going to be profitable? How do you convert those free users into paid subscribers?
Well, we have an enormous opportunity ahead of us. Today we have 3% of all radio listening in this country. We see the opportunity to continue to provide a great service to more and more people. We have a track record of improving revenue, improving operating margins. We're mindful of that, but we're also investing in this tremendous opportunity to redefine what radio is.
And when you say redefine what radio is, that conversion seems to be the key, but who is the pace setter in this market? You see someone like Apple come out and they can change this environment. They revolutionize the music industry. How are they, in some ways, a pace setter for what you do in the music business?
Well, they do something quite different. They're focused on when you want to play the music you own or control. But actually, 80% of all listening to music in this country is in radio form, someone else playing DJ. And we've focused on that 80%. Apple and others do a great job with the 20% where you're playing your own DJ. We're focused on the 80% that's a radio experience, and our goal is to dramatically improve that experience.
The bet seems to be, when you talk to traders down here, they say we're excited about growth and the potential of a Pandora because they can't find growth in many other places right now. What are your growth projections? And talk to me about what that's going to cost you. Because we look at the numbers, you've been around 10 years, that number, $92 million lost over that time. There's been a cost to trying to expand market share here.
Well, I mean, our growth is continued growth in the number of listeners that we have, expanding into the car, into the home, all the places.
You've got, what, 90 million subscribers right now?
We have 90 million registered users today, 34 million active in the last 30 days, and we look forward to growing those. 234 million Americans listen to broadcast AM and FM radio a week. And we believe we can deliver a dramatically better experience to them by continuing to grow the service, improve the service, make it available in the car, in the home, everywhere people listen to radio.
But when people come back to the money that you've had to spend to gain that market share, that mind share, that awareness, that's a real sticking point for people. How do you explain that? Is that simply the cost of getting going, and that's going to come down, or are you going to have to still spend to grow?
Well, I mean, if you look at the financials, the historical financials, we've clearly been improving our financial performance, improving margins, improving cash flows. We've invested very heavily in intellectual property. Pandora works today because of 11 plus years of intellectual property development to personalize a radio station, we believe, better than anyone in the world. We'll continue to invest in that and other parts of growing the business, but we're very respectful of operating margins and cash flow.
Now, how do you make money? I mean, when will you be profitable? Because you haven't been up to this point.
We're not putting any kind of time frame on it. Again, we've demonstrated an ability to grow revenue as we grow usage of the service. We've demonstrated improving margins. We are very respectful of that part of the business, but we're also respectful of the magnitude of the opportunity we have ahead of us, and want to make sure we don't underinvest in product development, that we don't underinvest in sales force expansion and development. So we'll be making those good, smart investments, but at the same time being mindful of operating margins and cash flow.
Where is the most opportunity? Because when you hear about a company like yours going public, people say either they're going to have to become more acquisitive themselves, or they're going to have to find another way to expand their size. So where are you finding opportunity?
All of the growth we've had to this point, virtually all of it, has been word of mouth. One Pandora user telling another. And that continues to grow. We had a registered user more than 1 per second. And as we further expand the availability in the car, in the home, that not only kind of enables those people to listen, it actually further fuels the viral growth of the service. So the service has been very organic in its growth. We're first and foremost focused on providing a great experience to those listeners and enabling them to listen to it wherever, whenever they want.
Now, there is a cost to the content for you. I mean, what incentive does the music industry have to help out the Pandoras?
Well, I mean, we've received great support from the music industry. Today, broadcast radio, AM and FM, doesn't pay royalties on the music that's played. We do. I think the music industry is rooting for us as we transition radio to a new generation. I think they like our ability to connect users with new music that they love, and so we feel very good about that.
So you would expect a change perhaps in those royalties?
The royalty process is well defined by federal statute, 5-year arbitration periods, and we'll follow that process.
All right, Joseph Penny, congratulations on the debut today. A lot of excitement. It's great to talk to you.
Thanks, Margaret.
Thanks for making the time.
My pleasure.